Here we go again, yet another One Piece character on its way. I started planning on my pudding cosplay probably 2 years ago, when I saw a TikTok mix of Sanji and her. Instead of researching who she is, what she's like, I went ahead and ordered fabrics and a wig for her, like a reasonable person would. I swear, someone needs to supervise me. After finding patterns to use, I cut all the pieces out of my fabric, and that fabric definitely should have been ironed. But who am I, my mother? We don't iron things until it's absolutely necessary. This was going to be my quick little video where everything goes smoothly and I can challenge myself a little with my upload schedule, but let's get to that bridge when we get there. I don't think this should take me that long to actually make the costume itself. In terms of the wig, I have it pre-styled this time. Here you go. It looks very nice, I know. I didn't do it. So we're working on Pudding's costume right now, and I am just pinning everything together so that I can just go ahead and sew it. When I first was introduced to Pudding like a couple years back, I immediately just figured that, oh, I want to cosplay as her. I don't know Pudding as a character, like I have yet to reach the whole cake arc. I am aware of Sanji's past, I'm aware of who Pudding is, like I know all the, like I know the trees, I just don't know the forest yet. When I was first introduced to Pudding as a character, I did like her character design, that she's very complex and there are so many nuances to her. That's probably one of the reasons why I love One Piece so much, because nobody is perfect, nobody is just all good nor all bad, in a way that there are no redeeming qualities to them. And the same applies to Pudding. She is much like the other Charlotte kids are. They're very good descriptions on how trauma affects people and how hurt people, and sometimes all you need is one act of kindness and somebody telling you that you matter or that you're good enough. But yeah, like sometimes that's all you need to hear. I think Oda has really succeeded in portraying the morally grey like sides of human nature. Like you can do good things without being a good person, and you can do bad things without being a bad person. I think it's Ruffy who even said it, that like he's not a good guy because he would not share his meat with others. The same with Zoro, like Zoro saying that, oh, he's not a good guy because he would not share his beer. Sometimes all you need is a chance of turning everything around. When you're given that chance, you need to take it. Can I talk a little bit about my personal life? Just a tiny bit, like have a little rant, if you may. I'm really just having not a tough time. Like I'm managing, but like I'm just having some struggles with dealing with life a little. That's also one of the reasons why I haven't started with this cosplay until now. I'm literally forcing myself because I have no motivation whatsoever. I am not interested in sewing anything, making anything, being being on camera. Like I don't feel like doing anything. All I really want to do is just lay in bed, eat junk food and watch YouTube. This summer was a tough one on me, and I swear I feel like I've aged a proper 15 years in the past 6 months because of how much stress I've had in my life. But luckily that is now coming to an end, and I am finally like starting to move on from all that happened. But luckily nothing's permanent. This too shall pass, like everything. The fabric I used for the top was recycled, and I didn't have enough for it to make it look how I originally wanted it to. But I was also a bit too lazy to find a new one. I used the French seam technique again, and I think it worked very nicely. The chiffon fabric is thin enough so it didn't get bulky at all. Next I started sewing the pants, and at first I didn't have any issues with it, but suddenly my machine started messing the bottom thread again, like so many times before. But unlike last times, this time I was prepared. I changed the needle to a different kind, and that seemed to fix the problem at first, but then it didn't. Luckily, that wasn't the only thing that I learned on my quest to trying to get my machine to work. Next step would be oiling. But so I wouldn't ruin my pants, I needed to get the excess oil out. The top didn't turn out the way I was hoping it to, but you know what? It will do for now. Not like anyone can see it either way. The pants, on the other hand, I needed to fix. I needed them to be shorter and longer at the same time. Longer on the waistband and shorter at the bottoms. I don't know who this pattern was made for. I have no idea. It definitely did work for my body shape. But as I had planned, this costume was coming together rather quickly. With the shirt, I figured using the French seam again would be the best option. It would create a nice finish and it would stop the fabric from frailing. But like always, in the process of trial and error, there shall be error. I fucking hate my hair. Like I swear to God, I'm gonna cut it all off. I started making the blouse now, and like I mentioned, I wanted to give the French seam another go. However, I've now attached the shoulders and then the sleeves to this, and I don't think this is what French seam is intended for. Like I'm not sure if it actually could be used for that or not, but it just doesn't seem to really go. I don't know. It didn't work. My arms didn't fit well in it. The shoulders were too tight. I look like an aunt from a children's movie. Like, ew. I needed to do it again. So, yeah. I tried to undo some of the seams and it leaves such a nasty marks. Yeah, you can see, like it leaves such a nasty marks because, oh, this is the type of fabric that you don't make mistakes with. What do you know? There are two options now. Either I carve part of my arms and then just fit the rest of it to the sleeves, or I order a new fabric and we're just gonna have to put a pause on this project for a bit. So if I place an order today, the fabric should arrive in about 2 weeks. I'm gonna put a pause on this, and hopefully the next time I see you, I will have new fabrics. Instead of 2 weeks, it took almost 4 weeks for the fabrics to arrive. Even though I had made myself a promise to not order any more fabrics than what I would need for my current projects, I couldn't help myself. There was a discount, don't blame me. I quickly sewed everything up to the point we last left off, but I also added ribbons for the neckline and the middle of it. And I don't know, somehow this time I didn't feel like an aunt from a children's movie. I was really starting to see the costume coming together. I still needed to add ruffles to the sleeves and the hem of the shirt, and then the bow to the back, and then I would be done. I hate it. I don't like it. I think I should have made the color a little bit bigger. Like, should I just redo this? Like, just make it a little bit more wider? I just want to kind of like be done with this, so I don't know. And so I was done with it. 1.5 months later, I finally got to film you the reveal. So here you go. So yeah, recap. I think I started working on pudding back in either it was August or September. Originally I thought it was just gonna take me like a few days to finish this, like that was the plan. As soon as I realized that the shared fabric that I had gotten was not gonna work because I messed it up, number one, but number two, the material just wasn't what I wanted it to be. I got the new fabric and here's the shirt. I do like it. The only thing I think I would change is the neckline, like I would make it a little bit deeper. I like how the ruffles came on the sleeves. I think those are very, very cute. The same with the hems. Like ruffles, I also think they look very cute. What the fuck is that? I didn't finish my seams. Oh, I'm gonna get a yelling. The buttons are also, like, I'm not good with making buttons, or buttonholes rather, but I think I could have done worse. So the bow as well, I like how it came out. I don't think you can hear me. I really like this shirt. Like, it's not perfect by any means, like nothing that I do is perfect. The undershirt on the other hand, absolutely not. As soon as I take off this cosplay, this is going to the bin. For today's video, it's just it's gonna have to do. Like even now, like I've put down like some rubber pins to you. Oh my god, I'm really obnoxious. Let's talk about the pants. I like the pants, like they work. I don't know who that pattern was made for. Definitely not my bottoms. These are hip length sweatpants. I hate when I'm constantly feeling like my butt is showing. I hate that feeling. I've always hated it. Accessories. The wig. I did not make this wig. I bought this wig and it's like boop. If I have another character that I would need this golden colored hair, I could just use this wig. But other than that, like I think the wig really pulled all of this together, which it usually does. The next best accessory, this ribbon. I got it online and it's just a basic ribbon. I have enough forehead that I could have painted Charlotte's third eye, but I didn't feel like doing that because I need to go out still today. This has been 2 years in my brain that, oh, I liked Pudding's character. She's not perfect, she's very much an anti-hero. I think she was just somebody who got hurt and she didn't have anybody to show her any other way of dealing with being hurt than to be hateful. That's the issue that she had. But then when she met Sanji, Sanji showed her that, oh, you can do it other way, you can be like me. I love him. Happy New Year's of 2025. I'm very excited about next year. I don't know why, like I usually don't feel this excited about the New Year's, but something about this year just feels very different. I hope that all the awful things going on in the world would just cease to end, that there could be peace in so many different places of the world. I just wish that the awful things would end and people would just live their lives and not have to worry about things that they are now unfortunately needed to worry about. That was a little bit heavy, I'm sorry. But either way, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you soon. Bye bye. This has been just waiting for me to put it on. Like suddenly my face just goes like, like as their teenager again, because we all love that.